Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. I hope you like this channel, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to crochet these minions, little booties. I think they're too cute. And this size is for a 3 to 6 months baby. If you would like to learn how to make these booties, please keep on watching. Okay, like I said, this is for a baby 3 to 6 months, and it measures like 10.5 centimeters. But if you would like a larger or smaller size, just use a thinner yarn, or if you want it small. If you want it larger, just use a more big yarn, okay? And or you can change hooks. So let's get into the materials. Okay, I'm going to use this yarn. It's a 2mm yarn, and this is the name. It's called Sinfonia. It's from Omega, and it's 100% mercerized cotton. And I'm gonna use it in color mango and blue. This yarn, I'm gonna be using it with a 2mm crochet hook. Here it is, 2mm. We also going to need a thinner yarn. This is a 1mm yarn, and let me show you the name of it. This, like I said, it's a 1mm. We're gonna use it for the eye and like the glasses. I don't know what this called, but for that. So we need a thinner yarn, and I'm gonna use this one, which is La Abuela. It's number 6, and it's also mercerized cotton. I'll leave in the description box where you can buy this yarn. I buy it at Etsy. I bought it at Etsy, but you can use whatever yarn you have. Just keep in mind that it has to be 1mm and 2mm yarn. If you use a bigger yarn, it's gonna be way too big. If you use a thinner yarn, it's gonna be way too small. So just keep that in mind. And we also going to need 2 or 4 buttons. 2 for each booty, like boots, and it can be the size you want, the size you prefer. And for this yarn, we also going to need the 1.75mm for the 1mm yarn, and the 2mm hook for the 2mm yarn. Okay, so now let's get started. Okay, so let's start by making the sew. We have to have 15 chains. Once you have the 15 chains, we're gonna start working in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, in this one we are making an increase of single crochet. We have 1 single crochet. In the same stitch we make another single crochet. We keep on working single crochets until we have 12, like that. We have to have 12 single crochet after the increase. There, I have my increase and then 12 single crochets, and we have 1 last chain. In this one we are making 5 single crochets in this same stitch. Once we finish making the 5 single crochets, we're gonna keep working like we did at the beginning, which was 12 single crochets. Okay, so I have 2, I need 3 more, 4 and 5. We pull this thread so they can close, and let's keep working our 12 single crochets, just like this. There, I have my 12 single crochets, and in this last space we are making an increase of double crochet. I have 1, 2, and let's slip stitch. Find the first single crochet, and in the first single crochet we are going to slip stitch, like this. Okay, so chain 1, and this chain does not count as your first single crochet. Okay, it's not like the other sewing made. This chain does not count in the first, second, and third row, only in the fourth. Okay, so in this same stitch we are making an increase of single crochets. We go into the next stitch, and in this one we are making another increase of single crochet. Let's make 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have my 5 single crochets. Then make 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets. Okay, if you don't know the basic stitches, just look it up on YouTube so you can learn how to make the single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and the slip stitch. Okay, once we have our 4 double crochet, let's keep working 5 increases of double crochets. 1 double crochet, and in the same stitch we are making another double crochet. In the second one we are making another increase, and we continue working like that until we have 5 increases of double crochet. Once we finish our 5 increases, we continue making 4 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and 5 single crochets, just like we made at the beginning. There, I finished my 5 increases of double crochet, 4 double crochets, 3 double crochets, half double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and 5 single crochets. And we have 2 last stitches. In this one, we're making an increase of single crochet, and in the second one another increase of single crochet, just like we made at the beginning. And find your first single crochet, which is this one, and we are going to slip stitch, and we finish row number 2. Chain 1, in the same stitch make an increase of double crochet like this. We have 1. Let's go on to the next one and make another increase of double crochet. So we have 2 increases. Let's make 2 more so we can have a total of 4 increases of double crochet. There, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 increases of double crochet. Now let's continue working 12 double crochets, just like that. Okay, I have 2. I will make 10 more so I can have a total of 12. Once we have our 12 double crochet, we are working 10 increases of double crochets. Okay, once we have our 10 increases, let's work what we did at the beginning, which was we make the 10 increases, and then after the 10 increases we make 12 double crochets and 4 increases of double crochets, just like we did in this row, and this at the beginning. Okay, there, I finished my 10 increases of double crochet, 12 double crochets, and 4 increases of double crochet. Now let's find our first double crochet, which is this one, and slip stitch in these double crochets. Okay, and we finished row number 3. And remember to fix your stitches, just go like that so you can fix your stitches, and the sew can look cuter like this. Okay, in this row, like I said, in row 1, 2, and 3, the chain does not does not count as our first single crochet, okay? But in row 4 it does count. So if you don't want to lose this stitch, just stitch mark it. If you don't want to lose the stitch or the chain, just grab your stitch marker and chain 1 and just put your stitch marker in here like this, and the chain counts as our first single crochet. Go on to the next stitch and make a single crochet, onto the next single crochet, onto the next single crochet, and that's what we are doing, single crochets all around. You have to have in total 60 single crochets counting the chain 1, okay? I have my 60 single crochets. Once you have your 60 double crochets, slip stitch onto the chain we made at the beginning, okay? Chain 1 and cut the yarn, and we finish the sew. Okay, now grab your yellow yarn because we're gonna start working on this part. Okay, so right here where we cut the yarn, which is this right here, you're going to take your yellow yarn and put it right here. Chain 1, go to the next stitch and make a single crochet. Go to the next stitch and single crochet. Go to the next stitch and single crochet. That's what we are going to make all around, single crochets, and you have to have in total 60 single crochets counting the chain, okay? And hide these threads. Just go like this and put the hook under the threads, get the yarn and hide them right there. Okay, so that's what we're going to do all around. In total we have to have 60 single crochets. Okay, I finished my 60 single crochets and slip stitch onto the first chain we made at the beginning. Okay, so we have our first row. In total we are making 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 60 single crochets. We have 1, we are going to make 3 rows more of single crochets. Just chain 1 and keep on making single crochets all around. Finish this row, slip stitch onto the chain and start another one like that until you have 4 rows of until you have 4 rows of single crochets. Okay, okay, here guys, I have my 4 rows of single crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Once we have our 4 rows of single crochet, yes, chain 1, it counts as our first single crochets, remember, and continue making 17 single crochets just like that. We have the chain, which is 1, another single crochet and another one. We have 3. Let's continue making until we have 17 single crochets. There, I have my 17 single crochets. Then make 1 half double crochet and we are going to make 12 decreases of double crochet. Let's do like if we're making a double crochet, close 2, we have 2 loops, yarn over, go into the next loop, close 2, we have 3 loops and close all together. This is a decrease. Okay, let's make another one. We close 2, yarn over, go on to the next stitch, close 2, we have 3 loops and close all together. We have 2 decreases. Let's make 10 more so we can have in total 12 decreases. Okay, I have my 12 decreases. Now let's make 1 half double crochet and finish the row making single crochet like that. until we get to the last single crochet. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I got here to the last single crochet, and I'm gonna slip stitch to the first chain we made at the beginning. Here's the chain, and just slip stitch. Chain 1 and single crochet all around this row, just like that. One single crochet in this stitch from the last row until we get to this point. Okay, I finished my last single crochet, and I'm going to slip stitch to the first chain we made at the beginning. Remember that chain counts as the first single crochet. Okay, so chain 1 it counts as one single crochet, and single crochet 17. I have 2. Let's continue making 15 more so we can have 17 single crochets. We have the 17 single crochet, make 1, and the next one half double crochet, and we are going to make 6 decreases of double crochet. We have 1, we'll go on to the next one, close 2, we have 3 loops and close all together. We have 2 decreases, we're going to make 4 more so we can have the total of 6. 6 decreases of double crochet. Then in the next stitch, make 1 half double crochet. You have 3 loops, close all together, this is a half double crochet, and finish the row making single crochets, just like this, until you get to this point, the last single crochet from the last row. And I finished this row. Okay, so now let's make the slip stitch. We find the first chain, and in this one make the slip stitch, chain 1, and you are going to crochet single crochet all around this row, just like this, single crochet until we get to this last single crochet from the last row. Okay, I finished the row, and slip stitch again to the first chain we made at the beginning, just like this, chain 1, and it counts as the first single crochet, and in the next stitch single crochet. We are going to crochet in total of 16. We have 4 single crochet, 12 more, so you can have the total of 16 single crochet. There, I have my 16 single crochets, and then make 1 half double crochet and 4 decreases of double crochet. We close 2, have 3 loops, and close all together. We have 3 loops, close 2, we have 2, yarn over, get into the next stitch, close 2, we have 3 loops, and close all together. Okay, so we have 4. Let's make 2 decreases more so we can have the total of 4. I'm sorry guys, I just noticed I said 4, but no, we're going to make 5 decreases of double crochet. So I finished my 4, and I'm going to make 1 more so I can have the total of 4 decreases. Once we have, I'm sorry, I said 4 again. To have the total of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, once we have the 5 decreases, we make 1 half double crochet and finish the row making single crochets, just like that. Once we finish making the single crochet, slip stitch to the first chain we made at the beginning and cut the yarn, because we are going to start working with the blue color. I'm going to explain the steps for the boots, because as you can see I have already made the right boot. Here it is. So I need to make the left boot, and for that we're going to work the same way but just the opposite way. Like if you're making the right boot, you're going to put the yarn right here, and if you're going to make the left boot, you're going to put the yarn, here's the decrease as you can see, and on the next stitch right here. That's how we are going to work. Let me explain. I will explain like if we're making the right boot, the one I have, okay? And in the next stitch you are going to put the blue yarn. Here's one chain one, and chain 15 chains more, so you can have the total of 16 chains, just like this. And imagine we have already the 16 chains. We're going to skip the first chain, and in the second one we are going to make a single crochet, just like this. I'm just giving an example, guys, okay? Don't get confused. You know you have to make the 16 chains, and in the second chain from the hook you are going to make the single crochet, and keep on making single crochets. You turn, keep on making yes, on this one, single crochets, just like this, until you get to this point right here, okay? Once we get here, we chain one and keep on working. The same way we're going to work the left boot is the same way you're going to work this boot, but just you're just going to join the yarn the opposite way. That's the only difference. Okay, so let me explain the left foot. For the left foot, the same way, we are going to yarn. Here's the decrease, and in the next stitch we are going to join the blue yarn. Chain one and chain 15 more, so you can have the total of 16 chains. There, I finished my 16 chains, and I'm going to skip this one. This is the first, and in the second chain from the hook we are going to make one single crochet, and we continue making single crochets all this until we get to the first chain we made. There, I finish my single crochets in this. We have to have 15 single crochets, and we skip the stage where we join the blue yarn, and in the next one we are going to make single crochet. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, in the next one we are going to make, okay, like I said, guys, I'm sorry, I was having trouble getting my yarn. Okay, make the single crochet and keep on working single crochets just like this until you get to this point right here. Okay, I got to this point already, and just chain one, turn the work, and this same stitch we are going to make a single crochet, and let's continue making single crochets all this round until we get to this single crochet we made at the beginning right here where the chain was, until we get to this point. Okay, so I finished this row, and this is what we have, and we're going to start making the holes, this hole for the button. And for that we're going to chain one, turn your work, make one single crochet from the first stitch, we go into the next one, make another single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, we skip 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth stitch make 1 single crochet. The size of the hole is you're going to take your button and measure it. It depends on the big or the small, the measurements of your button. Okay, so like I said, this hole you have to make it the size of your button. Like you take your button and measure it to see if it fits perfectly, like this. And if it doesn't, just make like 4 chains and instead of 3, just like that. Okay, so once I said that, let's continue working, making single crochets all around until we get to this point right here. There, I got to this point already, and just chain 1, turn your work, and keep on making single crochets until you get to this point, this last single crochet, because I'm going to show you how to crochet right here, this part. So I see you when we get to this part. Okay, I made the last single crochet here, and I'm going to make single crochets inside the chains. So right here is the first chain. Let me find it. Okay, right here, if you want to clip it, we make the first single crochet and we go on to the second chain. We do the second single crochet and the last chain, and there we have 3 single crochet, and we have 2 last single crochets to make 1 and 2, and we have the button, the hole for the button. Okay, now we are making 2 rows of single crochet. Just chain 1, flip your work, and in the same stitch make a single crochet like this. You are going to single crochet all around the boot. When you get to this point, chain 1 and come back with single crochets. Okay, and see you when we make our 2 rows of single crochet. Okay, I finished my 2 rows, 1, 2 of single crochets, and I got to this point again. So we're going to make our second hole for the button. Just chain 1, flip your work, and make 2 single crochets. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and skip 3. 1, 2, 3, in the fourth stitch make your single crochet, and continue making single crochets all the way until you get to this point. Once you get to this point, make a chain and return to this point, making single crochets until you get to this point, so I can show you again how to make your single crochets inside the chains. Okay, again I got to this point where the chains are, and I'm going to make 1 single crochet in the first chain, another single crochet in the second chain, and another single crochet in the third chain, and we have 2 left, so make a single crochet, and we finish our second hole for the button. Chain 1, turn your work, and you are going to finish making single crochets for all this round, just like this, until you get to this point right here. To the last single crochet, chain 1, and you're going to cut the yarn. You're going to cut all these little pieces, like where we were hiding this thread. You're going to cut that, and you're going to add your buttons. Fold this thing like this, and you're going to add your buttons to where you think they will look nice, like right here and right here. Okay, so let's finish with the boot because we're gonna get started with the eye and this strips. Okay, so as you can see, I finished my boot already, and like I said, we're gonna start by making the eye. You are going to make the eye, the center, in color black, but I'm gonna make them in a different color because if I use the black one, okay, like I said, if I use the black color, you won't be able to see it very well in camera. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna be using a pink yarn, but you're gonna use a black one. For the strips, we are going to chain, we're gonna chain hooks, remember the 1.75, and we are going to chain, there it is, make 11 chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Once you have the 11 chains, you're gonna single crochet the second chain from the hook, 1 2, and this one you're going to make your first single crochet and keep on making single crochets until you get to the first chain you made, like this. Now chain 1, flip your work, and in the first single crochet make 1 single crochet and repeat making single crochets until you get to the last single crochet, which is this one there. And chain 1, cut the yarn and hide, you're gonna hide these 2 threads, okay, and you're gonna make 2 of these ones, one for each side, one for the right, one for the right, and one for the left. Okay, it's gonna be glued like this. So remember to make 4 in total, 2 for each booties. Now let's make the eye. Like I said, we're going to make a magic ring just like this, and with the hook put it down the first thread and pull the second one down, and right here make a chain, and you have your magic ring. Now make 12 double crochets inside the magic ring. Here's the first one, 2, and make 10 more so we can have the total of 12 double crochets there. And just pull this thread so you can close the magic ring. Find the first double crochet you made at the beginning, which is this one, and you're going to slip stitch onto this first double crochet. I have to grab it not in camera because I was having trouble, but right here make your slip stitch and you have the first part. Now chain 1, and in the same stitch make an increase of single crochet. In the same one make another single crochet, go on to the next double crochet in this one and make another increase. You're going to repeat these steps. You're going to make in total 12 increases of single crochet, just like this. You have to have in total 24 single crochets or 12 increases. Now let's find the first single crochet, which is this one, and make your slip stitch. Chain 1 and cut the yarn like this. Now let's get the white yarn. Okay, so right here where we made the slip stitch, you're going to join your white yarn and you're going to chain 3. 1 2 3, and this chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. In the same stitch make another double crochet. So you have an increase. You have the 3 chains and a double crochet, which is an increase. Now go on to the second stitch and make 1 double crochet. In the second one and the third one, you're going to make an increase. In the same one, make another double crochet, so you have the increase. Go to the next one and make 1 double crochet. And the next one it's an increase. So in the same stitch, make another double crochet. Go to the next one and make a double crochet. And you're going to repeat these steps until you get to the last single crochet. There, I finished my last with the last double crochet, and find your third chain. 1, 2, 1, 2, and here's the third chain, and make your slip stitch right here. Chain 1 and cut the yarn, and you have your eye. But like I said, you have to make this one black and these steps in white. How it is. You're gonna glue your eye just like this, and you can use a hot glue gun. That's what I use. You're gonna put your eye something like this, and you're gonna grab your strips and you're gonna glue them right here, and this one under the eye like this. See? And you're gonna put the other one, the other strip right here. So I'll make my eye and glue this eye so I can show you the results. Little booties, and this is the result. I hope you like them and you can make them with any problem. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try to explain you whatever you're having trouble with. So I really hope you like them, and if you do, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, comment, share, and see you next video.